Okay. All right. So, 2011 Nissan Pathfinder with the black ipdm. No start condition. Put the key in the ignition. Turn the key. You get nothing. The dash lights do come on. The radio shuts off when you go into the crank. Fucking horrible. So the information that I have found all over the internet is all over the internet. It's really rough to find a whole lot of information about this, even though apparently this is a serious problem that a lot of people have. So I'm going to go over what I changed, because about 20 minutes ago, I actually got this freaking thing to start. Okay, so starting with the basic stuff, make sure your battery's charged, obviously. This is a fusible link system on this battery. These can get corroded. I actually did take this one apart and clean it. So there are 2 on the top, and then there are, I believe, 4 across the bottom. These just stick really bad, but you will get corrosion down in there. Coming off of your negative, it mounts to the block in order to ground. I did take mine out and then clean it. I don't think you can really see it well or at all. Just follow it down. The cable by itself is only like 19 inches long, so it's really not that bad. So when you look down into the fuses, you're not going to need any of this at all. The only thing that you're overly concerned with is down here with the ipdm, which there's a bunch of stuff that I want to point out on that. But this is your fuse for your fuel pump. Or excuse me, for your ignition system. So it goes battery, fusible link, and then into this 40 amp right here. So that's it. Then it goes into your ipdm. Now, I did take my car to a dealership. They did charge me way too much money to replace this, even though it is literally 2 clips. So there's a clip right here, which, sorry for the bad lighting, but I'm in a really crappy garage. There's a clip here, clip on the other side, and the whole thing just pulls up. Really, really, really easy. The white ones are apparently originals. The black ones are the aftermarket, or the replacements, because apparently the white ones have a crap ton of problems. The relay for the ignition system is this one right here. If you look on most of the books or information that I found online, it says that there is an ignition system relay and a starter system relay. There's only the one. Apparently, the other one is actually internal for the ipdm, so it's just this. So there's a couple little wires that are on this that I want to show you that are all going to be important when you're doing different testing. So this 6 pin right here, there is a white cable here that is going to go down to your starter. You can test a lot of your stuff right here. There was a remote system put on this car, which was not put on well, but that gives me the reason that this is open line. But that's going to go to your starter. I have more information right now, which I'm going to go over. This pin right here, the bottom on the far left is red. That line, which is what's connected to this, is the line that comes up from the transmission neutral safety switch, or transmission range sensor. If you do not want to climb under the car to try to figure out where it is, or tap into the line or anything else, what I did was I used this, which is because it's already here, and I connected a test alligator clip to it. Took that alligator clip and stuck it to the end of the test probe for light, grounded it out, got in the car into the on position. This is while it wasn't running, obviously. Ran through all the gears. It only lit up during the neutral and then the park, which is exactly what you want. Any other spot, or not in those positions, and your problem is your range sensor, which can cause this to happen. Altogether, this is a new battery, a new ipdm. This is actually the 3rd battery, honestly, because I just kept taking it back because the guy at the counter was pissing me off. So, new battery. I took this apart and cleaned it, the system. I need to clean this too. Cleaned the ground, changed this, the ipdm, the plastic parts of the ignition switch, which I'll show you in a second, and then I ended up just changing the starter. The starter was ultimately the actual issue. What I found miscellaneous people talking about online, it's not always the bloody issue. So we'll go over to my notes here. Sorry for my crap being everywhere. So starter relay, how it's built. This pin, this plug, which is the one that I showed you that has that white line on it, it plugs in upside down. So when they write it out, they do it this way, but it's actually in the car the other way around. So you actually see what everything's going to. So the starter motor, the ignition switch, on the electrical part of the ignition switch, which is actually, according to the people, some people, you have to take everything apart. That is entirely untrue. It is literally two Allen head bolts, not Allen head, Phillips head bolts. So this is all it is. This is it. So you unclip the connector on the back of it, and it's just literally just the two that are here, and then this just pops right out. The one at AutoZone that I bought, which is this one here, don't buy it. This is bad. As soon as I took the other one out and then ended up putting a replacement in. As soon as you put the key in the ignition and then go to turn it on, a lot of other things would happen, but the dash would shut off, everything would shut off. It wasn't putting out what it needed to do. So I ended up going to Nissan and getting one of theirs, putting it in. This is the original. The other one I hit with a hammer. This one. A lot. Because it pissed me off, because it made me do extra work. But it's literally two bolts, or two little screws. So it's really, really easy to take out and put in. A lot of people also have problems with this. So you can take it apart, and then, which it's these little connectors here. So they're really simple. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's one right there. And there. I think there's 3 altogether. Yeah, there's 3 altogether. So you take those apart, and then you'll have dirt and debris that are in here that'll actually cause an arc, which will actually cause it to also not run. So electrical part of the ignition switch, starter, battery, ipdm, and the grounds are the main causes that I have been able to find for this. This right here you can buy at AutoZone. You can buy it a couple different places. You will need to do research before you go, because it's not searchable in their system. It's just not. This you can buy too, the ground cable, but it's $50. So clean it first. But you are going to want to look for heavy green corrosion inside of it. You're going to look for breakage. I cleaned the hell out of it at the block. Everything seemed fine. Like I said, it ended up being a starter for me, but it also could have been 14 other things, because apparently everyone's having different problems. But you will have people that tell you that these relays don't come out, because I was told they don't come out. But if you look at it, right, well, I broke it too, but I have like 5 extras right now. There's a little clip up here. I set my tool down that I was using to point, so you guys can see my grubby little finger now. There's a little pin right here that you put a small flathead in. You can just barely pry it up, and then you just kind of wiggle it out. But they do break really, really easy. But because I already paid for a new ipdm, I actually have some extras. Plus I bought 2 extras from Nissan when I left their garage, because they wanted to change damn near everything on this car, and I didn't need to do that. I'm going to throw this video up on YouTube, because hopefully it helps at least one person not want to light their car on fire. I am going to try to watch for at least for a little while for comments, try to help as many people I can with this silly little problem. But as of now, when I rotate myself around here, And since May, it hasn't done that. So I will take that as a win. I hope everyone the best of luck with whatever they're working on. If you comment on the video and I have a solution, answer, or a note that will help you, I will let you know. Thank you.